Sometimes improper care of an orchid leads to a situation where the plant remains without roots. This can happen to anyone. But don't worry, this can be fixed. It's a Sprouted Seeds YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. For survival, your orchid needs water. Water is a chemical substance that is used by plants to produce sugar during photosynthesis and to regulate the osmotic pressure of ions inside and outside of their cells. It also gives tissues and cells the turgor pressure that they require. Increasing the relative humidity won't do much once the plant reaches the critical stage of having no roots because its leaves can no longer absorb enough water. For two reasons, we must keep the relative humidity at extremely high levels. First, vaporized water is easily absorbed by the tissue. And second, a moist environment keeps the plant from drying out even more as it attempts to grow new roots. We'll build a miniature greenhouse with a very high relative humidity using a plastic bag and some soaked sphagnum moss for humidity. However, the soaked sphagnum moss shouldn't come into contact with the plant. We'll do this in two phases. Preparing the plant. 1. Cut off any organic media that is affixed to the base. If it seems impossible to do, don't tear it off. 2. As usual, cut any damaged or dead roots using sterile instruments. 3. Fill a gallon of warm water with 1 teaspoon of rooting hormones. Super Thrive, Mega Thrive, and other such hormones are instances of rooting hormones. Fertilizer may cause the plant to lose water while it works, so avoid adding it to the mixture. 4. Soak the plant's base for at least an hour, then give it a quick rinse under running water. 5. After soaking, remove any remaining media. 6. It's a good idea to spray lightly with some disinfectant to prevent the formation of mold or mildew. Preparing the mini greenhouse. 1. Employ a plastic bag large enough to accommodate the plant in a loose manner. 2. Tuck a small ball of soaked sphagnum moss into a bag corner. If moss is not available, you can use a cotton ball or a piece of cloth, but you will need to soak it multiple times a day to keep it moist. 3. Set the plant inside the bag in its natural growing position. Verify that the plant is not in contact with any water deposits or sphagnum moss. 4. Shut the sack. It's easier if you can fit your plant inside a Ziploc bag. If not, fold the opening several times and secure it shut with hanging clips if the bag is too large. 5. Position your tiny greenhouse in a well-lit, warm spot, never in the direct sun. Set it aside for a couple of weeks. Placing this mini greenhouse in a warm and lighted area is vital. The heat will induce new root growth and not direct sunlight will moderate new foliage growths, like new stems or new leaves. This way, the energy of the plant will focus mostly on root development. If your zone is really hot and the humidity levels increase too much, forming drops of water that drip in the bag, make a couple of holes and let some of the RH escape through them. In a few weeks, you should have new root growths. When your plant has 3 or 4 roots, each 1.5 inches long, you can take it out, repot it and continue with normal care.